we've got ourselves the best players under about 500,000. Now we're looking between about 250 give or take to about 500 and seeing what's the best there. Because I get a lot of questions and it's always specifics. What's the best striker for 450? I've got 380 left. What centre back can I get? So I'm going to try and cover all budgets in the free videos every week. We're going to have a low budget, we're going to have a medium budget and a high budget. So anywhere between 0 and say 250. Then we'll have 250 to say 5, 6, 7, 800. And then somewhere between 800 to 1 mil, 2 mil. Even 3 mil if we do get the cards. That predominantly gets to just everybody in the game that's high. So we'll try and cover as many bases. As we start with goalkeepers, to be honest, I just put the goalkeepers I think that are worth looking at. Now, a lot of them are just cheap players anyway. We've got the new introduction of Szczesny this week. I think he was alright. He isn't necessarily breaking any records, but you've then got the likes of a 299 Team of the Year Alisson. You've got my fan favourite at 410 with Van der Sar. Czech still got an SBC, I think. Pretty sure he's still got one at a whopping 355. So again, you get that one done if you don't have any other Team of the Years or icons or anything like that. He has got the SBC till the 15th. So you've got 14 more days technically. And then the rest of the Team of the Seasons are always nice cards regardless. Are you looking for coins to improve your team? Then you need to head over to lootbar.gg, the most reliable and the best coin service you can find. Also, they have incredible 24-hour manual customer service that you physically cannot find anywhere else. But before finishing on lootbar.gg, make sure you are using JT11 to get 8% off coupon. Once you've gone through the payment, you'll be able to get your coins within the next 24 hours. Absolutely guaranteed. Also, with the code, you'll be able to get 5% more coins on every transaction. Make sure you do click the link either in the description or down in the comment section below. But in terms of the rest of the positions, that's where it gets a bit more interesting, because now what I normally try and do is if I was doing like say a 600k budget, I would normally do 600 to 0, which is brilliant because it does tell you the best one for the 600, but a lot of the time I miss out on some. And most definitely, a lot of the time, it's normally the highest rated player anyway, or at least the highest price player. Like if you look at the best striker for $1 million, I guarantee one of the best strikers. You might have a few that are cheap beasts, but one of the best ones will be within that high bracket. When it comes to fullback, to be honest, Cancelo is going to be one of the best for left and right back if you really wanted. Personally for me, I always like to have a left-footed left back, a right-footed right back. It's may not be anything that truly matters in the game, but for me it does. I don't know. It is one of them things. I'm so used to having the left and right back being the proper foot, whereas when it comes to wingers, I kind of like the opposite for the Travella inside. So it is all dependent, but to be fair, with the 5-star weak foot on most players now, I know Cancelo's one that doesn't have it, it kind of doesn't matter at times as well. But he's coming in at 419. We haven't got any moments out this week as well with the Ultimate Team of the Season, so I don't know if they're going to come back. Maybe we see a ultimate moments on Sunday potentially. I don't think they are planning to bring anything out as the mixed is already involved, but it would have been nice to have the moments in as well. When we look at the other right backs, Cafu will always be mentioned no matter what. Fantastic right back. The Team of the Year still in Sakina and Battle. They have been brilliant throughout the whole of the Team of the Year. I think they did really well to keep them at least in the loop of the progression, and obviously they knew the levels they were going up, so they knew what Winter Wildcard was going to be, they knew what Foot Birthday was going to be, so they know where the progression of that's going to be, and I think they've done really well with keeping them at least worth it. Like now they are dropping to a more affordable price. Most of them were like 2, 3, 4, 5 mil at a time. I know Battle was still over $1 mil. Now at 390, at least obtainable, which is good. Tavernier coming in as a medium priced at 300. Fantastic right back. If you remember Tavernier from a couple of FIFAs ago with the amount of specials he was getting, he is definitely one that you want to be having a look at. And he is a Team of the Season plus as well to help with that chemistry. On the left-hand side, Nuno Mendes, fantastic league on left back. Grimaldo, that I'm surprised is so cheap, to be honest. I thought 450 is a blessing for him, to be fair. Especially because if I look at Davies' price, he's coming in at a whop. Oh, okay, he's coming in at 1 million coins. Wow. Okay, he's a bit more expensive than I first thought, to be honest. But I would have put Davies over Grimaldo personally. It's just, it's stats-wise, it works better in my eyes. But Grimaldo is definitely one to not be scoffed at. Olga at 390, very, very good left back with a 5-4. Whipped pass, got the slide tackle plus and relentless. And personally, my left back, I think Ashley Cole does the job at the moment. Now, I do think most of the team of the season at the higher end would take him over. So I do think he is necessarily not my greatest option I can go for, but he's the greatest option that I've packed. And I do understand that a lot of people don't really buy players anymore. Like, it's very rare that you'll go out and spend 400,000-500,000 of your coins on a tradable left back that will drop value. More than likely, you're trying to pack them. So I'm just giving you the spread of the better players, and there is a lot of option this year. I don't think, well, there definitely is a starting 11 that everybody wants. I think you'd be looking at any goalkeeper. I'd personally say Van der Sar. You'd be looking Frimpong, right back, Virgil van Dijk mixed with Rio. Thiago Silva was a very good one. Could he be? No, is he over the value or is he under the value? Just thinking, have I even put Thiago Silva in? Oh, he's just over the value. I will speak about him anyway. You'd go for like Virgil van Dijk and say someone like a Bastoni. You'd then go someone like a Teo Hernandez. You'd look at Bellingham. You'd look at Hullet, Matthias, Mbappe, Messi, CR7. But that's like the top priced and the top in absolutely every imaginable way. The actual 11 that you can use in champs week in, week out, there is so many players. Like, I could use any combination of these left back, right backs and be more than fine. And it goes for every position. As long as they're decent enough, you can use them. Maybe not at the top end, but most definitely under the elite category and maybe just even in, you could get away. Surprisingly, not as many centre-backs as I thought. Obviously, you've got Renard, one of my fan favourites. Loved her team of the year. Think the Moments is even better with the Anticipate aerial block combination. Beautiful card. You've then got a few others. You've got Romero from the Live, 92 rated. Decent upgrade for him. And then some previous promos. Blanc will always be fantastic. I think he is a brilliant card. Obviously, you would go for the 5-star weak foot one. I just clicked one of them, but still absolutely brilliant in game. You've obviously got Varane as his lovely foot birthday, as well as then Militao. You could have got Varane, who I personally have, as a 90 centre-back from just the 85 in an evolution, so that was always something you could do. And even Cordoba, he's definitely due an upgrade. Unfortunately, it's not going to be for a little bit because they're going to do Euro heroes, and most definitely the Colombians don't finish into the Euro, so he's going to have to wait that little bit more. We only just got the Galazo, but it could already do with an upgrade. The mids are definitely the place to be though. Very, very good upgrade across the board. Now, whenever we've done a low budget, it's normally fullbacks and centre-backs that have thrived in the cheaper budget sort of player. Whereas midfielders, you do need to go a little bit more expensive. Even to say the same with strikers and wingers. They are always the more expensive point of view, and that's natural. I think that is just in general. Everybody would rather spend 15 mil on a striker than 15 mil on a centre-back. It's just how it works. But when we've got the midfield, we've got a good balance between them. We've got your CDMs in Conte, in Yaya Toure to some extent. Xabi Alonso, a very good one. Even Camavinga as well as the more cheaper option. They're going to provide you with enough. A lot of them have either the Bruiser, the Anticipate, the Intercept. Obviously with Xabi Alonso, he's got the long ball pass as well. Yaya Toure with the press proven. Hullet is just a man in his mission. It's mental to see, and I know it's team of the season, so we're kind of used to the budget being a lot lower. But it's crazy to see a Hullet at 446 this early in the game. Like, normally he's millions at that rating. Normally you've got a base version. This would be the mid Hullet, and then you'd have the prime, which is just crazy price. But 446 at this point is nuts for a base Hullet. That's a fantastic card still. We then move into some of the box to boxes. I always like De Jong, and it's a shame that he's not had an SBC or a Moments or a flashback that would have really pumped him up, but you know full well he's going to be in the Euros. Anybody of that caliber of a De Jong sort of level that's not got a team of the season is going to get a Euros. Like, that's just a given, easily. Gundogan, another fantastic option with some great playstyle pluses. A defensive, a passing, and a shooting one. Never going to complain. Even Renato Sanchez, he's not quite the player that I thought he was going to be. I thought he would be not necessarily even a lot more meta. I just thought he would have a bit more about him. But for 400, I don't think it's awful. He's still a very good player. He's just not an S plus in my category. And not every SBC, unfortunately, has to be or can be an S plus. Barella, again, he's kind of lost his hype. He had a really nice start to the game, and then he kind of just dropped a little bit. Like, he got his FUT birthday, which was a little bit late. He did have the UCL team of the group stage. Centurions was a nice upgrade, and then we got to the FUT birthday. He got the 3-star, 5-star. Unfortunately, you needed the 4-5 at that point at the minimum. We did obviously get the upgrade for this one, but I do think now he needs a 5-5 and he needs more of an upgrade. He needs just that little bit extra pump into him. Still a decent card, but he could have been so much better in it. And then we have some cams. We obviously have Cherokee. Loved him from last year. The last Cherokee that we had was so good in game, and this guy is exactly the same. The 5-5 is a dream. He's obviously got incredible dribbling, which is exactly why I like him, and it kind of reminds me very much of like a Foden. The dribbling side of him, having the 95 and 96 agility balance, is massive for a card like this. He's got himself the incisive, the technical, which is nice. It's a shame that he's got trickster and doesn't have like a finesse or a power shot just to add that extra bit to his game, but for the price that you're paying, very good cam. And Royce, I would say, is just under him. Now, I can't wait for the Royce SBC. It's kind of why I've put him in here, because I'm hoping they go up. I'm really hoping they don't just give him better play styles, add a 5-5 and make him 95. I really think for the capacity of what Royce has done throughout FIFA, he's got to be up in the 98. So if it's not being able to be done now, I would rather wait till footies and give him that 98, 99 Royce as a final card. Because I don't know whether... I don't think he'd ever be an icon, but most definitely in hero, I think that is a given. He's 100% in a hero category for the stuff that he's done and missed out of, unfortunately, because he was loyal to Dortmund. It's just... I think that's a perfect way to send off into the next few games for him. Whether he signs the contract, I'm assuming they've got to sign an image rights, but that would be an easy hero into the next game. We then have the wingers that looks very spare. Very spare indeed. Left wing, unfortunately, not pulling out any numbers, and I have tried to, whenever I do these normally, I don't put any SBC players in. I try and make it that you can at least get every player on this list, because there's no point me saying, like, in fullbacks, oh, you should get Wan-Bissaka or you should get Vasquez. Well, the SBCs are gone, so what's the point trying to do that? Unless there's like a year in review, then fair enough. But I mean, even then, giving you the chance of like one of 400 players, you're more than likely not going to get it. But I try and keep anybody that's on the market at the minimum or in an SBC that's currently active with at least a couple of days to go. Now, left wing, obviously St. Max. I'm really surprised he's managed to keep this value at 415. I thought he was good, but I didn't think he was quite hold the price at 400 good. He's a 5-5 though. I suppose that is the big bonus with him, and obviously he was or did have the ability, I believe, for an upgrade. Or did he? Was he already? I think it was when he first started. I don't know if you could even get it now. When he was out straight away before any upgrades, I believe he was able to get an upgrade, but whether that pace was 99 already, I'm pretty sure the live team of the season had a cap. Coman, lovely upgrade. You knew full well that he was going to be a little bit cheaper. 460 is perfect with a 5-5. I loved his for birthday SBC, and this one's just a little bit of an upgrade on it. Now, it's not a great upgrade on it, I must admit. I personally got the 91 still, and I'm like, okay, I really wanted to get the Coman card, but I'm like, I've just spent 700k on this card for a double upgrade and an extra playstyle plus. Granted, he got relentless and whipped pass rather than pinged pass, but it's a lovely card. It's a very good upgrade in terms of him as a next level to kind of solidify his spot in that left wing, because he's got a lot of people to really go up against. The right hand side though, we've got absolute class. Always love El Waran. Di Maria is just a brilliant card, especially for the price. 260 is an absolute steal. Dribbling is phenomenal. Pace, shooting, just in general, ball control is fantastic. And he can play across the pitch. Striker if you really want, cam if you really want, left or right wing, to be fair to him. He's got that knack of absolutely everything. Pulisic, to be honest, I was actually a bit surprised by him. I thought he was not even relevant anymore in AC Milan, and yet a 94 team of the season pops up. 5-5, rapid plus, trickster, whipped pass, 99 on the pace, 98 dribbling. I mean, that's a very good card, and I did not expect it one bit, because I'm pretty sure he's had, as I say, he had a FUT birthday. The one thing I did forget that he did have was a player of the month. I knew he had an inform, and then he got into the FUT birthday or the ultimate birthday. But then just to go from 89 straight up to 94, it's a cracking upgrade. The rapid's brilliant, the whipped pat's brilliant. I'm not a fan of the trickster personally, but you can make it work. I do think going for something like probably a finesse for him at this point would have been really nice, because he can play obviously on that left wing as well, so he is a multiple threat in either wing you want to go for. And then finally we have the Brazilian right mid, 96 rated, 290k, another standard 5.5. You're looking at some very good stats. Rapid plus, whipped pass, little chip shot if you really wanted to. Another good card for the rating that you get it. Now we finally have the strikers. Now straight off the bat, I just wanted to put these in just to show. I, again, like Hullet, I cannot believe Eusebio's 335. Brilliant price for him, but Mbappe's still 325. At a gold 91, the comment I want you to leave is, have you packed this gold Mbappe? He is the only gold I have physically not packed myself as of yet. And I don't know if I'm going to, because he's in packs now at Team of the Season. We probably have the Euros where he's not going to be a special, maybe. I'm kind of hoping not to give him a break, but maybe. So we've got a month potentially, whether he gets a Team of the Group stage card, he gets a special man of the match. That's always possible, so that could take a couple of days. Then we might have a shapeshifter that he might not be involved in. And then we have footies where his Team of the Season and then more than likely a footies would be released. So there's only like a month of the game to actually get this gold card. And I don't think it's going to happen. But let me know down below, have you managed to get him? But he's holding a price absolutely crazy. Now we do have Smith from the Team of the Year. I've included Kerr because her Team of the Year is actually more expensive. But the Team of the Season is beautiful. It's such a good card for the price that you're paying. The rapid plus mixed with a power shot, as well as the pace, the shooting, the dribbling, is phenomenal when it comes to going in front of goal. We've obviously got some power hitters now. Osimhen, Lewandowski, and obviously Icardi as well with a 5.5. We're looking at Lawan and obviously Osimhen as kind of them bigger, taller strikers. They're kind of same as like a Harry Kane vibe, but they're just a little bit under. I don't think any of them really hold a torch to Kane, even though they've got the rapid plus. Sometimes they just need a little bit of get going in them. When it comes to shooting, brilliant. One of the best in the game. Like shooting wise, they have got it. But dribbling, getting the run going can be... You've got to use a certain type of movement for them. You can't just give them ball to feet and try and beat men just with pace. You've got to be able to go with the 1-2s, go with the kind of through balls. Managing to go to feet and passing off is going to be an absolute lifesaver with them. And sometimes you might be able to direct them down the wing with a rapid plus. Depending on how good your opponent is at defending, will depend on how effective you can be with these two cards at a very low level. Icardi obviously is incredible. Love his 5.5. Trivela Plus, he's got a bit of aerial on him and a finesse. I love the triple threat, well, the double threat in fact, when it comes to the shooting. You've always got an option. If you're going on the right to, right to left, you've got the Trivela. You're going left to right, you've got the finesse. I think for me that is a great option to have, as well as then having the Team of the Season plus. Openda's just an absolute brute going through with his pace. Trivela plus, he's got the press proven for his strength, and then the quick step to get past people. I mean, what more can you ask for there? Very, very good card. Same as Jonathan David. Again, another cracking card with a rapid finesse Trivela. 4-star, 5-star as well. Really cheap on the eyes as well. He's kind of just taken Ben Yedder's position, really. Ben Yedder was kind of like that close one next to Mbappe. Was more than likely the Mbappe troll more than anything. And yet David has stepped up and absolutely smashed it. And then one of the better strikers in the price, Alex Morgan, has been brilliant. 96 rated, rapid, power, finesse, 4.5. Genuine talent in front of goal. We've loved her... What was it? Her SBC was a player moments, I want to say. She had a FUT birthday. She had a winter wild card. She had a FUT birthday as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, FUT birthday, winter wild, normal card, absolutely everything. She is absolutely brilliant across the board. And the 96 is just a great solidifying card to the absolute talent she is in front of goal. And whether we see a footies of a 99 will be remain to seen. So that is going to be everybody. Let me know down below. Like I said, have you packed that gold Mbappe? If you want to check on screen for a video, I'll catch you in there. Peace.